Students, I'd like to discuss today with you about the historical evolution of tourism. As you all know, tourism, everything has got a history, and history is best regarded as the mother of tourism. Tourism, the word tourism itself has got a history of its own. The word tourism has been derived from the Latin word tornus, which means spokes of a wheel. As defined by the Swiss professors Hunziker and Kraft, tourism is the movement of an individual from his place of origin to any other place, basically for leisure and pleasure purposes, and again back. And it should not be connected with any remunerative activity, and the traveler should not harbor any intentions of setting up a permanent residence at a place of visit, and it should not be accompanied with any business activity or remunerative activities. Moreover, the entire exercise should not be less than 24 hours and should not exceed 6 months. If it exceeds 6 months, he is not called as a tourist. Like every other aspect of life, tourism has got its own history. The historical evolution of travel and tourism actually dates back to the prehistoric times when the different forms of human activities as well as movements revolved on a day-to-day basis. During those days, because of the lack of any proper organized roads and routes, people mostly used to travel on foot or on the back of animals like camels and horses, or over open fields, forest areas, and low-lying marshy lands. In around 400 BC, with the invent of the wheel, carts were drawn by camels and horses, and sailing vessels were first constructed in Egypt, and these encouraged different explorers, voyagers, traders, and merchants to embark into different nooks and corners of the world, basically for trade purposes. In around 3500 BC, the wheel and money were invented during the Babylonian civilization. Babylonian civilization existed in modern-day Iraq on the bank of the two mighty rivers Tigris and Euphrates, and this marked the beginning of the modern era of travel. From the earliest times, travel has always fascinated mankind. During those times, travel was basically for business purposes and for travel and commercial affairs. Basically, the travelers during those days were religious pilgrims, traders, trading merchants, scholars, and philosophers who were visiting places to collect new information, relevant data for compiling together, for composing texts, memorabilia, to compose travelogues based upon their experience and exposure they get by meeting the local people there. People had come from even China and India to study about the different cultures and heritage in those areas. People like Fa Hien and Huan Sang had come from India, had come from China to India, and spent many years in the ancient Indian cities of Takshashila, which is now in present-day Pakistan, and also Nalanda. Mainly the people had used to come using the Silk Route to Sinai and India, basically as these places used to be excellent reservoirs of different spices, silk and dye. European travelers like Vasco da Gama, Marco Polo, Bartholomew Diaz, Alfonso de Albuquerque, etc. came towards the Indian shores for establishing trade relations and also to identify the growing market of Indian trades. Exactly. Even the Spanish sailor Christopher Columbus set out for India, and while sailing towards the west, instead of sailing east, reached a group of islands which he thought to be India, and as they were in a western direction, labeled this group of islands in the Caribbean Sea as West Indies in 1492 AD. Magellan became the first man to sail around the world, and Amerigo Vespucci, after whom the word or name America has evolved, was the explorer who discovered 100 states of America. In the Middle Ages, the first traveler to reach India, China, was Benjamin of Tudela. a Jewish scholar who wrote a detailed account of his 13 years sojourn and journey through Persia, Sinai, and India, and gave enough information regarding the geography of various places which he had visited. Another famous traveler who recorded interesting facts in his travelogue was an African Moorish traveler from Morocco, Ibn Battuta. Abdul Razzaq too had come from the northern part of Africa, basically for the purpose of gaining knowledge and gathering information. We can conclude by stating that travel and tourism industry has got developed not by mere chance, but because of the ambitious designs, inquisitiveness, creativity, eagerness to learn and excel of certain scholars, philosophers, explorers, traders and merchants, and it is their initiatives which made it possible for human beings to know and understand the world and its geography better and made global travel feasible. This has finally laid the platform for a modern development and establishment of the travel trade. Thank you.